country. Yeah, there's a slight. You know what? You probably, if you're doing comedy out there, you probably are rubbing elbows with some very successful people. That doesn't mean that they care that you exist.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything will ever happen with that person. But I think it is important to be happy where we're at. We have some of the best, especially, and I'm talking. I'll talk regionally because I've worked in a lot of like cities in the area, like Oklahoma City and Little Rock and stuff like that. But especially in Tulsa, we have some of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life that are here right now. And a lot of people, they go, "Oh, well, we don't live in a big city." Just even audience members, they're like, "We don't live in a big city, therefore there's no good comedy around here." Well, that's not true. Some of the funniest shows I've ever seen happened just down the block from where I live. You know what I mean? So I think that sometimes we over-romanticize what it would be like to live out in LA. I do agree that it helps when you're ready to move out there. You should probably move out there as a comic because that's where you're going to meet other comedians. You're going to learn so much from them. You're eventually going to work your way upward through the different clubs and venues in the area. And that's when you start getting seen by these bookers and these other comics that are like, you know what, I'm going to vouch for that guy. I'm going to help that guy out. I really like him. But I think it's just as much of a struggle out there as it is out here. No one just goes out there and is there for a week and then suddenly they're on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
That happened probably once, and that person, it was not what they wanted to be on TV for, you know?
I hear you, man. I hear you. Landry Miller, everybody. So, my ultimate question, bro, I always like to close every radio show I've ever had in my entire life, and I've had several on YouTube and done radio for some years, man. And this question always haunts me, man. I always have to ask everyone that I interact with, and so here it goes, man. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay. So when the show is over, the jokes are done, they've locked up, the stage lights are turned off, what type of legacy in comedy does Landry Miller want to be remembered by? Go.
Oh, boy. In the world of comedy, this is what I would like my legacy should be. Ideally. Now, granted, I don't know that I'll ever get close to this, but ideally, I would like that, like, if I said, all right, guys, I'm retiring from comedy. I'm 85 years old. And then I leave the building, what everyone would say once I'm gone. I would hope that people would say that I was vulnerable and I always took chances. I would hope that they thought that. And I also would hope that they thought that I was a very supportive comic. Because I really do love I love other people, but I definitely love other comics because they're so broken, and I relate to that so much. And when I'm around other comics, I don't feel so alone because I'm like, oh, there's other weirdos out here. I'm not great at expressing that to them. So hopefully some of my friends will listen to this and be like, oh, maybe Landry does like me. But but honestly, I hope they think that I was at least somewhat. I don't know. This is a very tough question. A legacy is such a big thing that it's hard to even contemplate and put words on. But I would hope that it would all be positive. I would hope it would be that I was just very vulnerable and human, honestly. I think that's the thing. I hope they think that I was vulnerable because I think that's a very important part in comedy. And a lot of people mention that to me a lot anyway, is they will be mad at me because they wish they could not care about what other people think about them so much and just be the weirdo that they are. If you know, we were all created to be these unique animals and species that are unlike anything else out there, and even so unlike each other that it's just we need to be celebrating the beauty of our uniqueness and celebrate our existence ultimately. What makes us different and what makes us so alike. That would be what I hope they said that I at least somewhat promoted.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, man. Well, that does it, man. So before we go, definitely, man, any shout outs, tell people about your social media, man, so they can get in touch with Landry Miller, man. How can we find you?
So I'll be traveling around a lot and doing a lot of comedy elsewhere, and you can always find where I'm doing comedy by just going to my social media. I'm easily found on like Instagram and Twitter. My handles are just Landry Miller. You can just type that in. There's not very many Landrys. There aren't a lot of Landry Millers, so I'm easy to find. You can find me on all those things, even on Facebook. I host a lot of shows under the title of Talk Show Incorporated, which also is a very unique name, so you can find that very easily. But yeah, I'll be traveling around a lot and doing a lot of stuff. Hopefully, that's the hope anyway.
See, and for your friends that are tuning in, man, give some shout outs, man. You know they want to hear a name or two.
Oh man, I don't want them to have the static action of hearing their name.
Okay.
But I'll definitely give a shout out to some of my favorite people, the people I work with a lot, which these are very funny comics, and by no means the funniest, and by no means the only funny people. I want to make sure I clarify that. But these are just the ones I really love. But my favorite people right now, Zahava Glazer, Lauren Turner, Ryan Green, Michael Zampino, Andrew Deacon. That's probably, and I also love Billy Bazaar. So I'm going to give a shout out to those people. I think that's a good one.
For sure, man. Shouts out to all of them. Shouts out to Billy Bazaar doing really big things in Pittsburgh, Kansas, and back in town doing it big. Megan Carr, all of them, man. Everybody that you name, I love them, man. Even Evan Hughes, man. That's my boy, man. I be seeing them on Facebook, man. So shouts out to Evans and Tony Bietti, man. He'll be on the show pretty soon too. So, man. With that being said, Landry Miller, did we forget anything, bro, before we shut the lights off?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
That's good, man. All right, so this has been the Blindspot Podcast, episode 1. Your boy Leon the Jokester. I'm signing off. Landry Miller signing off, man. Good night. God bless.